There's something that I see in empaths and people who are on the healing path that I really want to address here. It is in the realm of shadow, and it has to do with relational experiences, whether with a partner, in classes, in workshops, and friendships. This is what happens, and see if this resonates with you. This person will experience some sort of tension, anger, discomfort with another person. And then what they say to themselves is not, oh, it's my fault, but because they've heard all of the spiritual teachings, they will say, oh, that person is just reflecting to me some aspect of myself that I need to work on. Now, this is true except for the word just. Yes, that person is reflecting an aspect of you. However, there is another truth that empaths tend to avoid or have a hard time owning, which is why I created this video, because I hear this all the time. The other truth here is the perception of that other person's trauma. If they are behaving in some sort of way, it's subtle, most likely. And what's happening is that you are picking it up with your body, with your millions of other senses. We don't just have six or five or however many you want to call. You're picking up on a lot of information. And when you narrow it down to just say, oh, that's just an aspect of me, you're missing a lot of stuff and you're actually gaslighting yourself. That's what happens. You just gaslight yourself and you say, oh, this is on me to work on. You're actually picking up on some truths that it is tremendously helpful and important to be able to own. Because if you just say, oh, it's all me, it's not just that you're blaming yourself. And I get it, you're not actually blaming yourself. You're saying, I have some work to do, right? It's more than this, though. You're telling yourself that it's only that. And it's not. Very often, what happens is um, other people will evoke feelings in us that they are unable to feel for themselves, that they are projecting or um, putting onto other people. And that always comes from trauma. Anytime we disavow our feelings, any one of us, it's because they're unbearable to us in some way, and we want to just get rid of them. And so you will see this. I've seen this even in people who are deeply empathic themselves, who are healers, who have the most warmest and kindest and most grounded and beautiful desires and intentions, but they have unworked trauma. They have buried stuff in themselves that is just too painful and may just be too painful for the rest of their lives. It's not an obvious thing where they're walking around and you can just see that everybody they meet, they put into the role of their ex, and right, that stuff is so obvious, I think anybody can see it. I'm talking subtle, subtle stuff. And so then what happens is you feel you're like, this person is kind and warm and generous, and why do I feel around them? Why do I feel yucky? Why do I not want to see them? Why do I feel like, all right, it must be me, right? The ability to own and discern, this is a key word here, discernment, to discern that you are picking up on this other person's shadow, okay, is so crucial. You stop gaslighting yourself. You do say, wow, this person's behaving in some way that is bringing up my stuff. Great. Go work on that. But don't tell yourself it's just your stuff, right? Discern that and recognize that this person evokes something in you because chances are they're having a hard time with something of their own. So, does this make sense to you? I want to keep this brief, but this is a very, very potent teaching. And I really want to communicate this. I want to scream this from the rooftop sometimes because I deal with and work with a lot of empaths, a lot of my friends and clients that I work with. And I hear this so much like, oh, it must be my stuff. It's not only your stuff, okay? It is also this other person's stuff. We are being projected on all the time. You are doing projecting onto other people all of the time as well. It's just how we work. We need mirrors. We are mirrors for people, and other people are mirrors for us. And it is both ways, right? So don't just look at one side of the mirror and say, oh, it's all me. Many blessings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.